10,000 has been an absolute fire this season.
Oh, I still have to leave that one to scores go.
And he's picking out $5. Looks like he's going to be hard. Goes over and see back to Who's going to take the win? Back the boy's going to get.
Now coming behind him, Will Google's checked out and gone, he's going to take the win. Chapman's going to get the 2. Big It is lap of glory. Let's all hear it for Steve. Give Steve a round of applause. This guy's an absolute legend. He does loads for the community, loads for the Midlands, coaches at Nottingham, supports the kids, and he's not scared to do a B final on his own. Puts the final lap, he gets his points. Needham's going to come round. Let's give a round of applause, Steve Needham. Next B final up, the Badger and Dreads. Dreads and the Badger. Sounds like a 90s kids cartoon, doesn't it? So it's the Badger and Dreads. I think, apparently they're trying, so I think they're going to do a synchronised lap. Watch one of them like sprint at the end, take the win. As they come around. So these two girls, they promote the healthiest style of BMX. It's not all about the competition, it's about the challenge. Both of them came to BMX late, started when their kids started racing, never rode a bike, thanks to Annie Chiswa. Let's hear it for the Badger and Dreads as they cross the line. Right, first A5. Massive gate there, Barnard and Knight. Doesn't Brian's actually going to put one in this time. Looks like Ryan's trying to go around the outside. Drew's on the inside. Nice on the in. It's Barnard and Brian. So Barnard, Brian British was in their third place. Still Barnard leading out. Daz O'Brien coming on the inside. Can he do anything into the second corner? He's looking for the move. Oh, look at the move. Daz O'Brien slams it in there. Barnard's holding him off. The European number 1 and number 4, but Barnard puts him on the burn. Brett Knight comes back in. These guys are smiling. Knight gets 3, Drew gets 4, Ward is picked up for 5. So the guys at Telford have just told me they've got the club breaks happening this Thursday if everyone wants to get involved. More than welcome to come along, have a go. As Smiley hits that first, gets the whole shot. Looks like that's Chris in there in 2. One out there third. Here comes Wilson to third. Pops one in the final. As he goes in, oh, he dunks it in the final. That gives Wilson, James Wilson, an edge. just doesn't quite get it. Oh, it's all gone out. Shake Tugan's in there in 4, Bilston's in there in 5, in and out of the final corner. So it is Smiley, Wilson, Hearn, Tugan, Bilston. That's your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jones and Marston battling for the 6. I think Jones going to hold up to it. Marston gets the 6. Load up, massive gates there. Surridge gets on right, snap there for Surridge. Jumping into that first corner, gets the spin. Coming straight off the back of Absolute Glory of Farman. Surridge gets the whole shot. Ching, ching. Looks like it's burning short in the mix. Well, Harrison's in there as well. Murphy's in there in 4. And oh, Finley Murphy hits the deck. It all goes wrong. Max Surridge now, Burn's in the mix as well, so Burn looks like Billy Harrison in there in 3. Oh, we got another rider got down, I think, as well. Surridge is going to take the win. Townsend's going to pick up the 3. Shaw's going to get the 4. Liam Bear went down in the final corner. He's picked himself up. We're just checking on Finley, man. Oh, what a massive gate there from Jesse Leasley, but Twin Cam just gets an extra pedalling. Road Beckett's in there in that 2 spot as well. So it's Leasley and Beckett for 2 and 3 in a minute. Twin Cam's checked out. She gets the whole shot. Leasley goes up the inside, pushes Road Beckett wide. Road Beckett slips back into 3. Here comes Eilert now in the mix. Oh, Road Beckett almost hits that close, goes into the second corner. Now Eilert's made a move. That's given a bit of space. Road Beckett tries to pull it back, but falls back into 4. But Twin Cam's checked out. Leslie's in there in 2, so it's Cam, Leslie, Eilert, Beckett, 1, 2, 3. Battle going on between Tracy Sharp and Lucia Thomas for 4 and 5. But as they come in and out of the final turn, Twin Cam gets the job done. Leslie holds on to it. Oh, the race only gets the 3. Right then. Gate draws. Oh, big Greens. I've got massive power, but O'Brien's in there in that first spot. O'Brien looks like, oh, Pritchard's been pushed out into 5. Barnsley's in there in that 6 as they go to that first corner. Barnsley gets pushed up wide in the first corner, but it looks like it's Rocky O'Brien lead. That's O'Brien. Green, 1 and 2. Looks like that's the 264. Ben Orr in there in that 4 spot at the moment, but Ethan Bird in there in 3 as they go in and out of the final turn. It looks like it's going to be O'Brien, Green, Bird, Orr. That's your 1, 2, 3, 4. Think that could be Pritchard in there in 5. Barnsley's going to pick up the 6. Needham's going to get the 7. Right, and B final action 6 and unders bringing the thunder. Down the first straight, we've got Ronnie Dodd, Ted Butcher, Big Murphy Brown, Elliot Fulliard, and Kira Muddyman. So Ryan the pace has just chilled out slightly, just that reminder again. There's a club race going on at Telford BMX track on Thursday, if you fancy it. Everyone's welcome. Teddy Butcher's in there in 2, looks like Dobbs leading out, Butcher's in there in 2, Murph's in there in 3, Fullard in 4. And a reminder as well, before I get told, if you borrow a transponder today, please make sure you return it. If you had to borrow a transponder, please make sure you return it. But in and out of the final corner, B Final Glory is going to go to 1 man, that's Ronnie Dobb from Warsaw BMX Club. He's going to get the B Final Glory. Teddy Butcher's going to pick up the 2. There's a battle going on for 3 and 4 between Big Murph and Elliot Fulliard. Fulliard's just come past. Right then. Boys C final. Going to do on his own. Let's hear it for Oscar, everybody. Big cheers. 7-year-old boys. Going to put a lot of glory in his C final. Well done, Oscar. All the points matter at the end of the season as he completes his C final lap of glory. Doing it for 9 No Outlaws, 7 years old, as he comes in and out of the final turn. Let's make a big round of applause for Oscar. Right, B final action, so your boys, we've got Hughes, Bushnell, Callum in. As they go in our first corner, so leading this one out. 7-year-old boys, looks like that's James Bushnell leading it out, being chased down there by Riley Sulker. So Bushnell, Sulker 1 and 2. River Allen looks to go the inside of Callum in there, but thought better of it. Pulls out as he goes in and out of the second berm. Into moving his way up though, trying to find it, turn that 3 into a 2. But Riley Sulker's trying to hold him off. Oh, he gets around Sulker. Sulker goes from 2 back to 3. But leading it out front, it's going to be James Bushnell. But there's a late charge here from in. Bushnell in, but Bushnell's going to hold on to it. The 9-year-old boys C final, we've got Turev and Evans. Constantine Turev meeting BMX Club, or Finley Evans doing it for Rotherham. As they go in and out of that first turn. Constantine leading it out at the moment. Finley chasing him down. But Constantine's going to push all the way. As they go in and out of the second turn. Constantine leading this one out, looking for that C final glory. Let's hear it for Finley and Constantine, everybody, as they come in and out of the final corner. Constantine's going to take the win, Finley's going to pick up the 2. Golden Ball, Sutton, Smith and Lawson. Super close racing, the packs all together as they go into that first corner. Looks like that's Maxwell Richardson trying to go up the inside. He's going to come out on top, I think. Chasing behind him though, we've got Brian, Eaton, Spalding and Ball all coming down. But at the moment it is still Maxwell Richardson leading this one out. So Richardson letting in. Eaton's in there too. Oh, Ryder making a massive sweep going up the inside. Looks like that was Theo Bryant. So Bryant trying to make moves in that second corner as they go in and out of the final corner. Ball, Sutton, Smith, all getting in the mix in the final turn. But as they come in and out, Maxwell Richardson, he's got a right there doing it for Doncaster. He's going to take the win. Oh, as they go down this first straight, Harris, Williams, Casper, Collins, Bradshaw. Williams did it for Telford, Bradshaw did it for Tamworth. In and out that first corner. As they come down this second straight, it's pretty close. Literally bar to bar action. Can Bradshaw make a move as he goes round? Williams is just leading out the minute. Bradshaw looks to go up the inside. Is the move on? In and out of the second turn. So Collins Bradshaw gets a bit more momentum. Has he got anything? It's like they're trying to make moves. Is there a move on going to the final corner? Colin Bradshaw slings it up the inside. Harris Williams cuts back. It's going to be a drag race. Drag race to the line. Who's going to get it? Collins Bradshaw takes the win. Williams gets the 2. Massive B final this one. Dylan Joyce, Shiloh, the kind of chance, Crowley, Marcella, Carnell, Edwards, Little and Sulker. Into that first corner, looks like that could be Jamie Chance getting the shot. Oh, Ronnie Crowley trying to work around the inside like he did in the semi-final, making moves. Dylan Joyce though, this time Dylan Joyce, he's got trying to make it into that second turn, so it's Chance and Joyce. Joyce all over the back way of the Chance. Crowley making more moves in second turn, holding on to that 4th place. Looks like that is Joshua Little in there in 3. So at the moment, Chance, Joyce, Little, 1, 2, oh! Looks like that's Arlo, Marcella going up the inside and Little picking that 3. Here comes the back. Chance is going to take it. Joyce gets the 2. Turner, Box, White, Baxford and Smith. Looks like that's Albie Fox, leading this without going to that first corner. Turner's going up the inside though, so it's Fox and Turner. 1 and 2, I think White's in there in that 3 spot. Looks like Jude Batsford trying to make moves in there in 4 as they come in and out of that 5 spot, but leading out at the moment. Albie Fox and Turner into this second corner though. Looks like Jude Batsford going up the inside, pushing right. So Batsford and White. White goes back to 4, Batsford up to 3 as they go down this third straight. Now Turner. Turner's under pressure for that 2 spot, but at the moment it is still Albie Fox. Albie Fox leading this one out. He's going to take the win. Turner's going to get the 2. And I think that was Jude Batsford's going to get the 3. Right, those are your boys, A final, 2 good Babington, Will, Barnard, Knight, Ing, HJ Wood and Jensen Doan. As they come down this second straight, look at this, bar to bar, going into this second corner. Babington and too good on the outside. Babington gets up the inside, picks the pocket, gets the 2, but here comes Too Good back. Barnard's in there in 3 as they go down this third straight, in and out of the final corner. Has Babington got anything left? Is that, oh, Babington goes super wide. Too Good cuts low, so Babington almost goes on the grass, but he holds on to it. Babington's going to take the win, Too Good's going to get the 2, Barnard's going to get the 3. 14-year-old boy Smith, Ecop, Bradshaw. Bradshaw's in there in 2 slots, it's that 2 spot. In and out, looks like that's Toby Smith in there in 1. Jasper Ecop in there in 3. Ecop there and Bradshaw battling away, but out for the moment it is still Toby Smith, but Bradshaw holding on to Jasper because Ecop all over the back wheel of Bradshaw as they go down this second straight. In and out of the final corner. So Toby Smith leading this one out. So it is Smith, Bradshaw, Ecop. Ecop's coming back though. Smith's going to take the win. Here comes Ecop. It's going to be a race to the line, but Bradshaw holds on to it. Right then, so Leslie and Beckett, it's the ladies B final as they go down though. Rohan Beckett, Jessie Leslie, oh Beckett almost getting pushed up, but Leslie rails around the outside, but Beckett did not let off an inch as they go in and out of that first corner, coming down this second straight now. So Jessie Leslie doing it for Bunny's Bikes, but Rohan Beckett in there in that 2 spot at the moment. So, as they come down this third straight, Jessie Leslie, she starts to pull away a little bit, in and out the final corner. Jessie Leslie looks like she's got this one sorted. She's going to take the final glory. Rohan Beckett's going to get the 2. Right, so the gate drops and the talking stops as they go into that first jump. So we got Sims, Thorpe, Needle and Williams. Oh, we've got to ride it down. Picks, I thought that could be Thorpe or Adeline Wilson, I think maybe, as they go down that first straight to Adeline Wilson. Picks out, carries on, but leading out front there, it's Ruben Sims. So Sims being chased down by Thorpe. Williams in there in 3. Oh, Hoodie trying to go on the inside there, but Theodore. So Isaac getting around the outside, but leading it out as he's done for most of the day. Ruben Sims, he's going to take the win. Oh, so to pedal. She now comes and Williams is pushing it. It's going to be a race to the end. Oh, they sort of just held on to it. Right, female. Gate drops, massive gate there from Erin Doney. Poppyfoot's trying to go up the inside. Senna McCann's coming there from gate number 7, trying to go around the outside as they go down this first straight into that first corner. So Doney leading out, McCann slots into that first spot, pushes the rider up wide. Butcher's in there in 4 as they come in and out. Looks like that's Albie Dudley getting in the mix as well as they come down this second straight. So it is leading it out at the moment. It is Doney, McAvoy, Senna, So McCann's in there with Saganaki, McAvoy, McCann. That's your 1, 2, 3 at the moment. Edith Hayes in there with 4. Here comes Edith Hayes trying to go around the outside as he goes down this third straight. Can anything happen? McAvoy and McCann, they're battling away as well. So McAvoy, so Erin's only checked out and gone. But here comes McCann, McAvoy, McCann. McCann's on a late charge as she comes down there. McAvoy's in as well. So is Hayes, but McCann gets the 2. Massive gate drop, oh it's going to be hectic. 1, 2, 3, 4 riders wide going down that first straight, but McAllister is going to come out on top. Dowson's in there in 2. So quick announcement, if you borrow a transponder, can you please return it if you borrow a transponder? So McAllister, Dowsing, looks like that's the Iceman in there in 3. I think that could be Opie Fox in there in 4. Here comes Stan Lockwood in his pink helmet, bobbing up and down. Mum loves it when she sees his pink helmet. As they go in and out of the final turn, Ruben McAllister takes the win. Doesn't drop a lap all day. Dowsing gets the 2. The Iceman picks up the 3. Great go! Elon Knowles gets a good gate there, but looks like Arthur Robinson goes to the inside. So it's Robinson and Rockstar Harley. Harley gets the shot though into that first corner, all the way from the outside. Looks like that was Jasper Grant Smith coming all the way around the outside, slotting into that 2 spot. But at the moment, it's Rockstar Harley. Harley leading this one out. So Harley leading it out from Grant Smith. Harley and Grant Smith. Looks like that's Robinson in there in 2. Eli Knowles in there in 3. 4 as he goes in and out of the second turn. So at the moment, doing it for the YouTube massive, Rockstar Harley, in and out of the final corner, being unstoppable today. He's going to take the win by the looks of it. Here comes Grant Smith though, Harley gets the win, Grant Smith and Robinson. I think Robinson might have just nipped it on the line for 2. Right gate cross, split Benton, what a gate from her, gets off to start, picks, fires the gun, shot out the cannon, she's gone into that first corner. Elsie Hillrose in there in that 2 spot, looks like we've got Frey Pitchkey's one getting in the mix, right, and Evelyn Smith in and out that first corner. So Brental getting the job done early, she's in the lead as she comes down this second straight, so it is still Brental leading it out at the moment from Smith. To Brental Smith, 1 and 2, looks like that is Levitt in there in 3, so Brental Smith, Levitt, that's your 1, 2, 3, in there in 4, looks like it's Elsie Hill chasing her down now though. Here comes Evelyn Smith, this isn't over yet as they go in and out of the final corner, so Brental holding on to it at the moment, but Evelyn Smith's gained some momentum. Here comes Evelyn Smith, going to be a drag race to the line, but Brental's holding on to it, she's going to take the win. Smith gets the 2. Levitt gets the 3. Oh, there's a battle going on for 5 and 6 between 2-2 and Levitt. Apologies, I meant Redditch, you know what I meant. It says Dokho on the sheet next to it. Right, Fisher, shot out like a cannon, absolutely gone. He says, mate, this is my backyard and you're all going to get watered as we come in and out the first corner. So it's Fisher and Walsgrave, 1 and 2. Here comes Burfield though. Burfield's on the charge as he comes down this second straight into the second corner. So it's Hipkins in there in 2. Walsgrave's in 4. So he goes Fisher, Hipkins, Burfield, Walsgrave. That's the 1, 2, 3, 4. Walsgrave's trying to go round the outside of Burfield. Burfield's going on the inside. Hipkins holding on to that 2 spot. Oh, Burfield pushes Walsgrave on the berm. Beautifully done. Fisher takes the win. Hipkins gets the 2. Burfield gets the 3. Oh, what a gate there from Thorn. So smooth, Thorn just gets out quick. into that lead, so it's Floyd Caliber and me, 1, 2, 3 at the moment, into that first corner. Looks like he's going to get the job done, so Alfie Thorne leading this one out. Looks like that's Edwin Calvert in there in that 2 spot. Jetpack Jensen, me, they're all queuing up behind him. Jacob Bates there, in that 4, trying to make up Bates, Stevenson trying to go around the inside as they go in and out of the second turn. Alfie Thorne, he's leading out. Calvert's in there in 2, Me's 3. Skillful riding Thorne, he takes the win. Me's going to hold on to that 3 spot. Bates is going to get the 4. Looks like that Bobby Blake Mills picking up a 5. Right then. They draws massive gate there from Ophelia and Erin into that first corner. Erin too good though, just getting a couple of right legs as she goes over that second jump though. Ophelia Shepherd's in there in that 2 spot, into the 3, looks like that's Clara Smith picking up the 3 as they go in and out that first turn, coming down that second straight now. So, too good, Shepherd, 1 and 2, battling as they come down towards, back towards us. In there in that 3 spot, it is Clara Smith, so Smith holding on to that 3 at the moment. Looks like that's Alexandra Wanwell in there in 4, as they go in and out of the second turn, coming down this third straight, taking it easy going over that table, jumping into the final corner. It is too good. Shepherd, 1 and 2. Ooh, Clara Smith gets a little, almost takes herself out in the 3. Too good takes the win. Shepherd gets the 2. Smith's going to pick up the 3. Woodwell's going to get the 4, and Knight's going to bring it home for the 5. Right. Gate drops, this is massive, Oki gets shy by Caliber, Bremby just got a little bit more room, going down that first day, Chevy switch tack, goes up the inside, Charlie Sheriff, what a move there from Sheriff to slope south into 2, Oakley Hill gets pushed back into that 3 spot, here comes Bremby Sheriff, looks like it's into it, so Bremby, Sheriff, Hill, 1, 2, 3, Perry's in there in 4, as they come down this 4 straight, looks like that stays in there in 5, into the final corner, has Oakley Hill got anything in this final corner to turn that 3 into a 2, but Bremby leading it out, he is your winner number 3, here comes Hill, Hill's going to sprint to the line, he just about gets it, I think, Sheriff gets his pocket picked, he gets the 3. I told you that was going to be exciting, didn't I? Gate draws, smashes down, Hollywood gets a good one, so Teddy Jones in the mix as well. Looks like that short on the inside, McAvoy gets switched back onto the side to the ground, but he recovers the slip as well. We've got 1, 2, 3 now, McAvoy slings it up the inside, can he make it a bit? Woody's come out on top, so it's Woody short, 1 and 2, looks like that's Jones in there, 3, Kacharik and McAvoy, are battling for 4 and 5 as well. Kacharik goes to the side, Dowsey smells blood, in and out, that's taking 2, coming down this third straight now, so Shaw chasing down Wood, Wood's in the lead in a minute, Shaw's all over his back wheel though, so it's Wood and Shaw, Teddy's in the... Jones isn't giving that, here comes Kacharik, getting the 3, but Woody gets it done, Shaw gets the 2, I think Kacharik just gets the 3. Right. This one's going to get a bit nice in this one, Barnard shot that kind of little visual process in there as well. Knight trying to go up the inside of Bryce. What's he going to do into the first corner? Brett Knight positioned nicely, fits Royce. Bryce has to cut back into the 2, but Barnard's checked out easily. Bryce kicks his fly, goes into that 2 spot. Here comes Knight though, so it's Barnard, Bryce, Knight. Knight thought to go the inside, but Fitzburg Bryce shut the door. Looks like that is Matt Knight's in there in 2. Looks like it's Baker in there in that first spot of the minute, and then Charlesworth and Smith in and out the final corner. Matt Barnard, he's going to get the win. Price is going to hold on to. Knight is going to get the 3. Looks like that is Matt Knight's going to get the 4, and Baker 5, Charlesworth 6, with Smith getting the 7. Massive gate. We're making taking it easy. There goes Irwin and Smith. Smith's got the inside, Irwin's on the outside. Irwin's going to that first corner. Mitchell Smith gets the whole shot. Mitchell Smith leading this one out. So it's Smith, Irwin, 1 and 2. Andy Whitford takes a step back, and I think he was wise too. Billy Irwin tries on the inside. gets in elbow, smooth move, both stay on track, great racing. Irwin coming out on top though. Smith just holds on to it, so Irwin Smith, 1 and 2. Smith though, oh! Smith loses it on the table. Ryjo picks up the 3. Let's hear it for Mitchell Smith. Thankfully he landed on the grass, soft landing. Amazing racing. Gate draws, oh massive gate there for Finley Murphy. Pressing the Australians in there too, looks like it's going to be Murphy. GG, that's the second time he's had the Halo Wheels whole shot prize. As he comes down his second straight though, big shout out to Murphy, he crashed there in the cruiser, picked himself up for the 20, so it's Murphy, the Powermeister, looks like that's Phillips in there in 2, McCarran, Phillips, 3 and 4, looks like that's Kieran Branson in there in 5, and then here comes the Powermeister's going to race into the line, so it's Murphy, the Powermeister, Murphy, it's going to be a race, oh, who dove for the line? Literally no idea who got that. Unbelievable. Ooh, I think Liv just hit the gate there, but she's recovered. Bonnie's in there in 2. So it's Johnson and Bonnie Dudley. 1 and 2 at the minute. Looks like that's Sophie Me sliding to that 3 spot. Into the first corner and Freya Slater in there in 4 as they go in and out that first corner. So Johnson leading this one out from Dudley. Johnson and Dudley 1 and 2. Me's in there in 3. Slater's in there in 4. Don't think she's dropped the lap all day. Liv Johnson. This kid never stops riding a bike. She was at Nuneaton yesterday morning doing 1,000,000 laps. Then she went to Derby, did 1,000,000 more. And here she comes racing and taking the win. Dudley picks up the 2. Me gets the 3. Right, at 14. Oh, Dom. Dylan Spence got a bit of football action up in the air then, but Harry Donald shot out like cannon into that first corner. Radskowski, Spence trying to go around the outside. Spence slots into 2, so it's Donald. Spence, Radskowski, that's you 1, 2, 3. Looks like that's heavily in there in 4. Being chased down by Kaczorek as they go into that second corner. In and out the second corner, so it's Donald, Spence, Radskowski, Everly, Kaczorek. 1, 2, 3. Shepherd's in there in 5 as they go in and out of the final corner. Donald, BMX hype, he's going to take the win. Spence is going to get the 2, Radskowski's going to get the 3. Big eyes, what's that? Harry Bailey's got a good day, going down that first straight. Oh, Shenton trying to go around the outside of Barnes. Houghton's going on the inside, but Barnes goes around into that 2 spot. So it's Bailey, Barnes, Houghton, 1 and 2. Shenton's in there in 4, trying to go around the outside. Harry Bailey though, still leading this one out into the final corner, but chasing him down is Harrison Barnes. Can he do anything there? Oh, Henry Shenton picking that 4 into a 3. Can he go into that final corner? Great little ride in there from Henry Shenton into the final corner, carries so much speed, but Bailey's going to take the win. Barnes is going to get the 2, Shenton's going to get the 3. Massive gate there, Ethan Alden from the inside, trying to go in the first corner. Looks like that's Moto trying to go around the outside. Mason's in the mix as well, into that first corner. Mason goes deep, but somehow recovered. We've got 3 riders wide. Powell tries to swoop low, comes out, mate works for Powell. He goes from 8th to 5th in that first corner, but Howell's out front. Pritchard's on fire, all of a sudden. Looks like it is. So, in and out the first corner. McNulty chasing down Howell. To Howell, McNulty 1 and 2. Howell's going to take it, McNulty gets the 2. Mason gets the 3. Gate draws, Chapman's got a massive gate there, Goose in the mix as well as he goes down that first straight. Chapman's got on the inside, Goose trying to go round the outside. Chapman decides to jump a bit, Goose plays it round the outside, he gets the whole shot. Ching, so it's Will Goose, the comeback kid, as he comes down this second straight. He says he's got absolutely no fitness, but he's about 10 point lengths in front at the moment. Chapman's chasing him down though, in there in two, looks like that's Finley Randall. Randall trying to go round the outside, into the final corner. Chapman puts up, they're almost left the track, somehow they stayed on to it, so Goose going to take the win, but there's a race up for second. I think Chapman's just going to get it. That was fun stuff. Gate drives, Jings gets a good gain, looks like he's balking the mix as well, but Ellie Moore going straight down. Oh, we've got 1-2 riders down into the first corner. Looks like it was Amelia Everly, which I know Moore Lodge is in there in 3 at the moment. Phillips is in there in 4. Looks like that's Black up in 5. But Giannolino leading this one out. More Giannolino and Moore Lodge in there in 3. Emily D picks herself up after that crash. But Giannolino takes the win. Moore gets the 2. Lodge gets the 3, Phillips gets the 4, Blackwell 5. Emily Dean's going to just finish a lap to take 6. Gate drops, massive gate there from Tyrese Bradford, J-Class in the middle of the ground there. Looks like that's Everly going around the outside, but it's back to Hart, Everly, 1, 2, 3, what a gate from Lee, she Brown's in there in 4, in there out there, Marky Reynolds in 5, here comes Winnison, J-Class though, it's going to be pressure, Hart, Everly, Brown goes so deep in that corner, in and out the corner, it's down that thing, here comes Everly down that final straight, can she go around Hart, Everly looking around Hart into the final corner, what a swing, oh what a move, from nowhere, Everly to go from 3 to 2, Bradshaw gets it, Everly takes the 2, Hart gets the 3. Thank you. I will be in that boozer in about half an hour for a soda, I believe. If anybody wants to join me, you're more than welcome. I think half a BMX goes there.
Put down, Kevin. That'll get set. Yeah.